Simon got some news this morning that his dad is not well, and that we need to get back to England as soon as possible
to say goodbye.
To say goodbye.
It's been a mad rush. I've got my PCR test done. The results should be coming in very soon. I've got flights booked. We had a Britican guest came in yesterday. As it happens, the weather is so windy and the waves are going to be horrendous, so we wouldn't be doing much sailing. Sorry about that, Angus. I'm flying out today, this afternoon. I'm going via Miami to London, and then I'm going to see my dad, see how everything is. And Kim and Sienna are going to show our Britican guest around and show him the island, and try and do some fun things with him. When Angus is gone, I'm going to see if I can get Kim and Sienna over, but it all depends on the situation back in the UK with COVID and my dad. So a couple of months ago, my dad went into hospital to have an operation. He's got lack of circulation to the bottom of his leg. He had an operation, but it looks as though it worked for a while, but then now has stopped again. So he's not very well at the moment.
So we just finished with our Britican experience guest, Angus. We had a great week, despite the fact that we didn't get out sailing. Angus got to meet quite a few different cruisers, and he went out on a motor cat, and then he went out on a catamaran, and we went to dinner and lunch, and so he got to see what boat life was like, so that was good. Simon just called, and it's just been a roller coaster. He got there, spoke to the doctors, and the doctors said that they could amputate Simon's dad's foot or leg, actually the whole leg. And if they did that, he would survive, because what's going to actually happen is his blood's going to get poisoned. Simon called so happy, saying they're going to operate on my dad, there's a solution. He can have, might not have a leg, but, he can carry on and live. And then they came back to Simon 3 days later and said, no, they've decided he won't survive the operation. So we're kind of back to where we were when we first got the call. So it's been a roller coaster of he's going to die. Oh, no, maybe he's not. And now it's, they're giving us days. Me and Sienna have got flights, and we are going to fly from here in St. Martin up to Miami, and then we're going over. And we'll spend Christmas and New Year's with Simon and with Keith, and just see how that goes. But I am exhausted. I've had to not only clean the whole boat from top to bottom, but prepare for us to leave it for 3 weeks. So I'm exhausted. It's just been, pretty crazy few months. But all things, like my brother said to me, they come in cycles, and this is just a cycle, and we just have to keep reminding ourselves of all the things we're grateful for, and keep plugging along. So it's Christmas Day.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody.
We are going to the hospital. It's day what? You've been going for 2 weeks
2
now?
weeks now, yeah.
Okay, me and Sienna have been here a week. England is cold. It's cold. We're in our jackets. We're doing our best to keep our spirits up.
Yep.
And we just opened our presents. What did you think, Sienna?
I thought it was really fun.
Yeah.
Now the depression's coming.
Yeah, the depression, the after-present depression. So we're just going to the hospital now, and we will see Granddad.
Yep.
And see how he's doing, and then we have lunch booked at a kind of an old. What is it, Simon?
It's an old victualler's place where they made the bread and the biscuits for the Old Navy from the sailing days. So it's a beautiful building which we absolutely love, and it's a bar now. So restaurant. The food is excellent, and the last thing we want to do is start cooking once we've been to the hospital for a couple of hours. See Granddad.
True or false? Gunpowder was used in the first extinguisher.
It's so ridiculous, it's probably true.
What do you think, Mom? True.
And we spent, when we're not at the hospital, we spent the time doing cleaning up the flat, because it was in a bit of a mess, and lots and lots of stuff to kind of get rid of and give to charity and stuff. So we've been doing that, and there's the COVID here. The situation's pretty bad, so we haven't gone out at all because we don't want to risk getting it, of course, because we need to fly on the 3rd.
I know, I'm worried about that.
I'm worried about that too, yeah. I already feel like a bit down and stressed and anxious. I think the only reason I'm smiling is to make sure that Sienna is enjoying Christmas Day.
I'm having fun.
Oh, good.
I have Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah. Yes, you do. Just keep plugging along, right?
Yep, that's all we can do.
That's all we can do.
Merry Christmas, Dad.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
What are you doing? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Why did Santa's helper see the doctor? Because he had low elf esteem. It's the 31st of December 2021,
yeah.
and it's our wedding anniversary.
Yay, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, 23 years.
Yeah, 23 years.
We have just left Dad. He's still around with us, and that's great to see.
Yeah, he didn't really wake up much today.
No.
About 30 seconds where he opened his eyes and smiled at us all.
Yeah, he smiled and winked.
Yeah.
And I held his hand, and so we'll see him tomorrow. But we're travelling up to our old haunts, aren't we, sweetheart?
Yeah, yeah. So that will be good. We all took antigen tests this morning to make sure that we don't have COVID. We just heard the news. 1 in 25 people have COVID here.
In England.
In England.
2 million people.
Yeah.
When I came here 2.5 weeks ago, it was 1.1 million. It's the Omicron, whatever you pronounce
Yeah.
it.
And England didn't change any rules for New Year's, so I think it's going to be even worse next week because everybody can go out, can't they?
Yeah. But
So-
the hospitals are in a little bit of trouble because the nurses are catching it
Yeah.
and the doctors are catching it.
Yeah.
But they're not getting any more, don't seem to be getting any more than normal.
Like normal patients.
Normal
like
patients.
There's not people ending up in hospital,
Yeah.
so that's a good sign.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we're going up to see our friends, which we haven't seen.
We can't go on together.
Someone watching them. Except us.
We can't go on together.
No, you're good. You're good.
Good lad.
How many letters do
So Simon's been here 3 weeks. Me and Sienna have been here
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and we've only been to the flat and to the hospital, and to the flat and the hospital.
Yeah.
So it's nice to actually see a different, like, we're looking at different things right now.
I've been there, but you haven't.
Yeah, so it'll be nice to see our friends.
Yeah.
And then we fly in a couple days.
Yeah. So I just want to wish everyone a very happy and prosperous New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Okay, yeah, that was really quite difficult. Just said bye-bye to Dad. Hopefully I can come back in a couple of weeks, but I don't know if he'll still be here. But, you know, I don't know. We'll see.
And I think what made it really hard is the last couple days he's been not very responsive,
Yeah.
and today he was wide awake
I know.
and talking to us.
Yeah, and then he didn't want us to go.
And then when we said we had to fly, he said no. And then,
He was so gut-wrenching.
yeah. He also looked at all of us and said, you take care of each other.
So I think he knows.
So we have a Britican experience to fly back for, and we'll go do that, and then you've got like 5 days between the next, and you can fly back then, I guess.
Yeah,
And then after that one,
I'm definitely flying
you
back.
got like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we're now on our way to Heathrow. We left the flat and another horrible day, eh? So we're in London Heathrow, and we're getting ready to fly, and that's our plane right there. then we're flying to Antigua, and then we'll fly to St. Martin. We have friends picking us up, so that's really nice. So, yeah.
I said I had something on my face, but it's just on the phone. Wait, see that?
It is on your face.
No, it isn't. It's right there. Look, see that little thing?
Okay. The plane we got off of, and this is the plane we're going to get on. Our white bag is in the front there, and then our other bag is in here.
So we're back on the boat. Kim told me to say that she does most of this, but we actually share it. And we're just preparing for our next guest. So getting back into the swing of it. And Dad's still doing okay back in the UK. Just waiting for him to move into our home. And hopefully he'll be able to go back and see him again. So can't wait to go sailing again though. Bye!